Budget day is rapidly approaching and the media is full of speculation about how the government's going to make the hard choices in order to both reduce the deficit by spending less and increase investment in the economy to create growth by spending more. And that's a difficult square to circle, so to speak. We're going to explore that looking at these two images here. And the first one is the problem, if you like, because this shows in green the healthy life expectancy of people living in the richest part of the country against that of people living in the poorest part of the country in red. And the difference, the gap there, is 20 years. Now that's a serious problem of inequality. It's also a serious problem of deprivation, and the government would dearly like to help to fix that. And that means investing in the productive economy, investing in education, investing in health, things like youth clubs, all sorts of services that would improve the quality of life for everybody, but particularly for these people who are most deprived. And that would help them to become much more productive in the economy. We know that by improving education, improving health, we can have a more productive economy fundamentally. So that's what the government wants to do. It wants to invest in those sorts of things. And then this is what it's up against, because this is what the country is currently actually investing in. And this is what banks are lending in the UK economy. And the little yellow bit there, they're lending to individuals. And then the green bit is where they're lending to productive companies, companies doing and making useful things. And then you've got this large pink section, which is lending into the financial markets. And then you've got the even bigger red section, which is lending into the property market. Now, the thing is that these two, the red and the pink sections, they're not really productive. They are extractive. They're money being lent to people who are going to use it to extract more money, effectively making rich people richer. And that doesn't help the government's situation at all, because that's not investing in the real economy, that's investing in the non-productive economy. And only a little bit is going into the productive economy, so the government is pushing against a system that's not doing what needs to happen for the government's agenda to work. And to give an example of that, the government is spending over here, I don't know, 25, 30 billion pounds a year on housing benefit to subsidise people's rents. And that rent's not really going to help these people. That rent's going straight through to the landlords, because rents have gone up enormously in the last years, many years, and the government has had to pay more and more out to cover them. So the housing benefit bill has gone up and up. So unless the government can do something fundamental to change the way in which the priority of the economy is to extract wealth for people who've already got it, and to make the priority to invest in truly productive wealth that will make the entire economy larger and everybody better off. Until it can do that, it's never going to solve this problem. The budget can do what it likes, but unless it changes the fundamental mechanics of the economy, unless it changes the ethics and the principles upon which the economy works, then we're always going to have this tension between people who are trying to take money out of the economy and the government never having enough to put back in to repair the damage.